Welcome, everyone. I'm calling the Maysville Board of Commissioners Thursday, May 14th to order, and we'll begin with our invocation with Reverend Burton.
Heavenly Father, God, we come to you this evening to thank you for this day that you have given us. God, we are grateful for the ways that you have blessed us, blessed this community, and God, this city. God, we just ask for your guidance tonight in this meeting that is about to take place. God, may you give our commissioners and our mayor and our administrators wisdom as they seek to do the business before them this evening. And God, we are grateful for, God, the men and women who serve in this community. God, who work diligently for the good of everyone here. And God, may we continue to thrive. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you, Reverend Burton. I really appreciate all of our police chaplains and the support that you give our team and our community. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Boone?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Brammer?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Cartmel?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner McKay?
Here.
Mayor Cotterill?
Yes, ma'am.
City Manager Wallingford?
Here.
City Attorney Cottle?
Here.
Controller Wood?
Here.
Projects Coordinator Horde?
Here.
Police Chief Boggs?
Here, ma'am.
Fire Chief Carpenter?
Here.
Utility Manager Spence?
Here.
Zoning Administrator Larger?
Here.
Building Inspector Fawcett?
Here.
Tourism Director Bailey? Here.
Thank you, Lisa. Minutes for April 9th, May 8th, and the department reports.
I make a motion to approve as presented.
Second. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Boone?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Brammer?
Yes.
Commissioner Cartmel?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner McKay?
Yes.
Mayor Cotterill?
Yes, ma'am. Public announcements.
Mayor, would you like to issue the oath of office to our new officer?
I would love to do that.
Derek, come forward, please.
You raise your right hand. Come on up.
Come back. Here.
Thank you. Do you, Derek Lee Duncan, solemnly swear that you will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the Commonwealth, and be faithful and true to the Commonwealth of Kentucky as long as you continue a citizen thereof, and that you will faithfully execute to the best of your ability the duties as a police officer for the city of Maysville according to law? And do you further solemnly swear that since the adoption of the present Constitution, you, being a citizen of this state, have not fought a duel with deadly weapons within the state nor out of it, nor have you sent or accepted a challenge to fight a duel with deadly weapons, nor have you acted as a second in carrying a challenge, nor aided or assisted any person thus offending? And do you further solemnly swear that you will endeavor to the best of your ability to detect and prosecute all gamblers and others violating laws against gambling, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
Welcome to our team. Oh.
Chief?
And Derek, get you to sign this one. You want to get a picture?
You want to get a picture of me?
Any other public announcements?
Yes, Mayor, 1 second. Caitlin, do you have anything, any announcements? Are you good? You're okay? I will give you, I'm gonna give you an update, and then Christy Dodge is gonna give you a brief update For me, it's on our eminent domain properties. These are actively going through the court system. We should be obtaining the deed for 529 West Second Street soon, as I'm told by Jackie Sue Wright, who is doing a lot of the work for us. Jackie has also been authorized to negotiate on the other two properties that we're dealing with, which is 40 and 42 West Second and 34 West Second. So that is still going through the process. And I will tell you that Nicole has identified two other properties that she's working on, and forgive me, I know one is on the Fleming Road, and I can't remember which one is the other one, but she's working on those to go through the eminent domain process. She's working on those now.
Good deal.
So that's where we are.
Good.
So we should be obtaining title to 529 West Second soon.
I have a question about that.
Yeah.
Can we go ahead, maybe if we haven't already, and see procedurally if we can find like a procurement for those properties, like through an RFP rather than a public auction? I'm afraid if we obtain the property as the city of Maysville and then rid the city of the property at a public auction, we're just going to get in the same issue that we're in now. But an RFP process, you could have financials, you could have a proposal. So if that is allowed from a procedural standpoint, I think that's a much
We can do
better way
whatever
to
we
go.
want. At a minimum, at a very bare minimum, we want to put conditions on the sale. That if
Yeah.
you don't do X, Y, Z within X amount of time, then the property reverts back to the city. But yes, we can go through a process like that. That's not a problem.
Okay.
Yep. And Christie, you want to give an update on you got two things. You want to start with the Mays Lake water line?
Sure. So as the
Wait a minute.
city's,
I'm sorry.
Introduce her.
Oh, Christie Dodge, Community Development Director. Is it close? Okay, for Buffalo
Yeah.
Trace Area Development District.
Yes.
Sorry, thank you, Mayor.
yeah, and I apologize, I should have introduced myself as well. So the city's aware that we've applied for different funding for the Mays Lake Water Line Replacement Project. 3 different funding sources, one to CDBG through the Department of Local Government, one to the grant program through the state, and then the other one through EDA, which is the Economic Development Administration. 2 of the funding sources, CDBG and grant, have been awarded. EDA, we submitted an application on. They reviewed the application once the government went back into operation. About 2 weeks ago, I think it was, we gotten some feedback from EDA, some things within the application that they wanted to have revised and also to help make it stronger. This is from the state representative for EDA, who reviews the projects before they go to the federal for actual review. One of the things that we did within the budget was to show that the engineering would be paid for out of the city funds, so that we were in hopes that we could continue the engineering processes and kind of keep the project moving. Place the EDA funds on the construction side of the project. But one of the things that they wanted to see revised is that EDA likes to basically have like a portion of each different stage of the project. So that would be the planning and development part of it as well as the construction. They allow for, and this is kind of a recap of some conversation back and forth with the state level EDA. But EDA likes to, since they like to have that involvement in each stage of the application and the project process, if you move too far, too quickly with full design and permitting and all of those processes, which are part of the engineering process to get the project to bid, there's a chance that you do that at a risk. So their advisement is to not move forward with engineering and design on that until you get award from EDA, because you run the risk of it becoming a disallowed cost. So any portion of that would be paid by EDA funds would then not be allowed to be paid. You also run the risk of it becoming disallowed from being included into the project. They understand that there was preliminary engineering that had to take place and reports that were needed for the application stages. But at this point, their advisement is to kind of pump the brakes a little bit until we hear back from EDA for award or denial of those funds. I asked for a timeline on that, and they weren't able to actually give me one. I can tell you that it is at the federal side for review. And traditionally, before the government shut down, they would typically review and award within each quarter of the year. So no one can give me an answer if they're back into the normal processes of that. Everything's a little off kilter with them being back in the swing of things, but I'm hopeful that maybe we will hear something within the next few months on it.
And while we can't do most, any of this stuff right now, I know David is gonna at least try to meet with District 9 and look at the layout and right-of-way and all that stuff. So we can do a few things, but we're kind of, the engineering part, we have to kind of pause on until we hear something. So hopefully this summer, maybe, we'll hear
I'm
something.
hopeful.
Okay. And you have a request.
Yes, the other is, opportunity zones. Opportunity zones were something that were established under the first administration of Trump. It is something that runs through the Department of Treasury, and what it is they established them in 2020, I think it was, to allow for tax incentives, and capital gains deferment for private investment that settled within census tracts that were designated as opportunity zones. The most recent opportunity zones that were established are gonna be expiring later this year. So the federal government has established processes to reinstate opportunity zones, new opportunity zones. Applications start at the state level, and then the applications go into the Cabinet for Economic Development, which are due May the 29th. The governor then reviews those applications. He has 136 designations that he can make for opportunity zones that goes to the federal government. So there will be 136 designations that are made for the state of Kentucky. The opportunity zones are based on census tract, and the county and the city actually has one census tract that is eligible. There's certain eligibility criteria that is based on poverty level and median household income and that sort of thing. The application does not necessarily have to be made by a city or county, but there can only be one application that's made to the Cabinet for Economic Development. And what they look for is support from both the cities and counties. They want to see everybody kind of partner together to create these one applications. There's a lot of information that goes into it, and the ad is collectively working with all of our area to try to get in applications for opportunity zone. Again, the county and the city has one census tract. It covers I looked at that map. It covers,
East end of town.
yeah, it covers the eastern portion, and then it moves up towards the AA highway. I think it's to the east of Route 11
Yes,
and stretches
that's it.
so far out.
That's it.
So if the city would like to, show support, it helps the application to show that, there is support from both city and county, to complete an application collectively together, which is a recommendation to the Cabinet for Economic Development for that census tract to be designated as an opportunity zone.
So you would like a letter of support from the commission?
Correct.
Okay.
She's asking for a motion.
Yeah.
Second discussion. Is there any impact on local tax revenue through opportunity zones, or is it just capital gains at like the federal level?
It's at the federal level, yes.
So no negative or positive impact on taxation locally?
Correct.
Okay.
Any questions?
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Boone?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Brammer?
Yes.
Commissioner Cartmel?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner McKay?
Yes.
Mayor Cottrell?
Yes, ma'am.
And Mayor, we have one more. Tyler, I know you're working on a grant. I'm
I
sorry.
just want to say thank you, Christy.
Yes, Chrissy, I'm sorry. Thank you very much for coming over. You didn't have to, but thank you. I know you're working on a grant, and you're looking also for a letter of support, I believe, from the commission. Is that correct?
Yes, well, both for Chrissy's projects, the water line for the Maze Lake water is obviously the biggest one we're looking for, along with the one we just voted for, but also we will be submitting a KPDI grant for Industrial Park 4 for the sewer line to Industrial Park 4.
Badly needed.
That will make that site viable for any type of project that wants to come to Industrial Park 4, which is in the Kentucky 11 corridor, AA, right there as well.
Could we get a motion for a letter of support on that project as well?
So moved.
Okay,
Second.
okay. Thank you.
Roll
Who
call,
did
please.
first?
David did. Thanks, Tyler.
Commissioner Boone?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Brammer?
Yes.
Commissioner Cartmel?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner McKay?
Yes.
Mayor Cottrell?
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
Any other public announcements? Public comment?
Mayor and Commissioners, I'd like to welcome Alan and Gretchen from Turning Point, is that correct? Turning Point Films Productions?
Yeah.
Close enough?
Close
Okay,
enough, yeah.
they're here to kind of fill you all in on the film that's going to be produced here, part of it produced here in Maysville, so the floor is yours.
All right. Yeah, so, yeah, I'm Alan, I'm location manager in Scout, and Gretchen's our assistant director. And our director, Paul Joyner, who did a little flyover on Google Earth of a lot of communities in Kentucky, and asked me to look at Maysville first. And we looked at a lot of communities after Maysville and ended up not finding anything quite as wonderful and appropriate for our story, and also really cinematically, I don't know a way to describe it. They're very-
Charming.
Charming.
Very
Take it.
charming
Yeah.
here. Yeah.
Matt said we're filming a part of the movie here, actually, all
Is it
but
all of
one,
it?
all but
Okay.
one day will be, 24 days of filming, 23 would be in town. And I don't know that Maysville's ever had a film production company as entrenched for that duration of time. So it will be unlikely that you won't see us coming and going, we'll run into each other, in different ways throughout the time. If any of us are misbehaving, you're more than welcome to take us aside and teach us some manners. Film crews are very busy and very myopic in trying to get their work done. And it's our job also to remind everybody periodically that we're guests in a community that's thriving and growing. So we hope that, that this is a story, it's very charming, very family friendly, a story with a nice spiritual message. And the production will also look to include people from the community to be not only on camera with us, I'll never do that, but you guys, you should all try it once. And if you have family members that wanna be extras
Yeah,
and
please.
partake, because we're gonna do some really fun scenes. We have a Christmas festival that would take place on Market Street. We have a parade that would be sort of an abbreviated Christmas parade as the one you have in December, that will come up Second Street to the Clydesdales. And no elephants, but we'll have the 33, and.
Maybe
and
a high school.
Maybe the marching band, if they're not
Marching
all on
band.
vacation,
Yeah,
We'll
possibly.
see. We'll see, we'll reach out and see how many of them are still around then. Might be all tubas, who knows, but, so anyway, we just, we're very grateful, for your hospitality. There will be some disruptions, traffic will be, slowed down a little bit here and there. We might have to detour some traffic around filming from time to time, but we'll keep it really concise, and we'll inform the community, on our schedule and what to expect, so, you can adjust your schedules. We're gonna make sure that people can get to and from businesses and residences with minimal delay, but by and large, it's gonna really present Maysville in a wonderful light,
Yeah.
so.
Our hope is to leave Maysville even better than when we found her, so, and like you said.
She?
Huh? Oh, yeah, sure. Or me. Yeah. But anyways, I know it's the heart of our director that, it really is a sweet story. It's a story of hope, and I think that, yeah, I think it's gonna be really special.
Yeah.
So, it'll be a lot of work, a lot of hard work, but, thank you for letting us be here. It's
Yeah.
really been wonderful thus far, and super excited to be here.
We're at 33 West Second, if you have any cause to pop in and say hi.
Yeah, yeah.
We hope that was some logistics for some things we haven't
Oh, you did, okay, yeah.
Do you guys have any questions for Alan or Gretchen, or anything that?
Just welcome. Welcome here.
Welcome to Maysville.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I do have a schedule, if anybody's interested.
Yeah.
Fire chief, police chief. I know that.
And I've got a copy, I can make copies if anybody wants it
Well,
to.
and
Okay.
I can
there's
get-
a lady at the end of the table, the new.
Okay. And it's really the only believable
I'll get you guys one.
weeks 1 and 2, days 1 through 10. We're pretty sure they happen as planned. The rest of the schedule, we're gonna update as we go and keep the community informed. There you go.
Thank you.
If you have your glasses.
Oh, my goodness. I can
Yeah.
read.
Yeah. One for Robert.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And I think another thing that we're trying to do, our department is working with local vendors to have them come out when we do our, Spirit of Christmas Festival and our craft fair, which happens our week 3. And just really kind of incorporating locals. I know I'm gonna be calling you about maybe some firefighters. Yeah, and I know Alan's gonna be calling the police, so, yeah.
We start filming June 1,
Mhm.
and we wrap July 2nd.
Mhm.
So, and we're not filming Saturdays and Sundays. I think all of our crew will be, sightseeing and enjoying what the Maysville has to offer.
Yeah, hopefully spending money there too, so.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and your businesses. Yeah. Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you so much
you.
for your time.
I'm glad you're all here.
Yeah, you bet.
Thank you.
And good luck
Thank you.
with their production.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Have a
you.
good night.
You too.
Thanks.
Any other public comment?
Go ahead.
You and I have talked a while back about the old cemetery.
Yes, hold on. Okay, I was making sure they were able to get out. I'm sorry. Okay, they're good, Ann. Yes, ma'am. Go
About
ahead.
the old cemetery behind the museum,
Uh-huh,
needed
yeah.
work.
Yeah.
I know Luke's got a lot on his plate, but can we have him look at that?
Joe's already been back there. I don't know if
Okay.
Joe met with you, Robert, or not. Joe Erskine.
We
who made-
talked.
Yeah.
It's looking good.
Yeah.
I'd like to find some funding eventually to help restore some of the
The
markers
yes.
and the headstones.
Yeah,
But
Yeah,
it's
Joe's been
looking
back there,
good.
because I told him to go check with, to meet with
Has he
Robert back
cleaned
there.
them up? Has he been cleaning any up?
The grass looks great, and I planted a couple trees back
The
there.
headstones are so black, you can't read
Yeah.
them. But
We'll stay on
we
it.
need to have them
Yeah,
cleaned.
and Joe and the crew down there, once they get through, their heavy mowing season, I think we can get on that, and
Yeah.
I'll have him, hook up with you and,
I send
Yeah.
a lot of people back
yeah,
there.
it's neat.
And it
Yeah,
looks
it's
good.
a neat
It's really
area.
neat. Yeah, look at square.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Is the dog unmarked?
Yeah, the dog's unmarked. So, you ready for a good story?
Oh,
The fire department back in the 50s had a dog, and it passed away, and they buried it in that cemetery.
Oh, okay.
And it's
Know
not
that.
marked. And I always said I'd like to see our dog marked on that.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Learn something every day. Cool.
Okay, thank you. Reappointment, Port Authority Board, Mark Davis, term to expire 5/31 of 2030.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Boone?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Brammer?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Cartmel?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner McKay?
Yes.
Mayor Cottrell?
Yes, ma'am. Appointment, Assistant Police Chief.
The memo from Chief Boggs. I respectfully request the appointment of Robbie Corns as Assistant Chief with the Maysville Police Department. Robbie is no stranger to Maysville and Mason County, having retired from the Maysville Police Department with over 20 years of service and 7 additional years of service with Mason County Sheriff's Office. Robbie has established superior work ethic as well as strong leadership skills as proven with his career and rank obtained within the Maysville Police Department. His deep institutional knowledge, proven integrity, and commitment to public service make him exceptionally well qualified to serve as Assistant Chief and to continue advancing the excellence of our department. I am confident that Robbie's appointment will be a strong asset to the Maysville Police Department and the community we serve. Thank you for your consideration of this request.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Boone?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Brammer?
Yes.
Commissioner Cartmel?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner McKay?
Yes.
Mayor Cottrell?
Yes, ma'am. Appointment,
Robbie, you wanna say anything you wanna say?
Sure. I'm not sure it's gonna work out.
Come forward a little bit, Rob, just so we get you on,
You got the film crew here, and once I'm discovered, my career's gonna take off. I wanna thank everyone, I love the letter, thank you very much, Chief Boggs. It just made me sound really old. We are. I guess that's how it works, time moves on, and my dad's always telling me how time moves really fast, you know, and he talks about it all the time, and it's funny how I think about a man who was always wrong when I was younger, always seems to be right now. But I see it, and maybe it's the way I raised him, I guess. Just a lot of thank yous, and I'll sit down. First, I want to thank God and Jesus. I prayed a lot about this, let it work out for the best. God put me where He wants me. He always has. He's seen me through 53 years. I have no doubt He'll see me through the rest of my life. I want to thank my family, my wife Amber, my son Caleb, my son Connor are here. I have some other family to thank, my dad, my mom who's passed away, my sister who's one of my best friends, my nephew, my brother-in-law. I have a lot of support, and I've always had a lot of support. When I worked at the police department, they were like a family, sheriff's office, like a family. And I just, all the people I've worked with in the past have helped me to learn, and it just means a lot having so many people over the years have input in in my life and in my career. I want to thank City Manager Wallingford and all the people who were involved in the process. Chief Boggs for playing a role again in hiring me for a second time. So I don't know about him. Thanks to the commissioners, mayor, thank you very much for approving the appointment. I'd like to shake hands with the two I haven't shaken hands with tonight. Thank you. I'll go down the line real quick, actually. Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Not too long, did it?
No,
You're
you were
good.
allowed 8 minutes. Yeah.
Am I gonna make it?
Thank you.
Rob, thank you. Appreciate it.
Appointment Assistant Utility Manager.
This is a memorandum from Utility Manager Spence. The Utility Department currently has a vacancy for the Assistant Utility Manager. The Assistant Utility Manager is responsible for managing all aspects of the day-to-day operations and maintenance of our municipal water and wastewater treatment plants, plant laboratories, capital projects, and other duties. Kevin Purdon has maintained a good working career working for the City of Maysville in the Utility Department. Kevin's past work experience will help him to excel as Assistant Utility Manager, and he has met all hiring requirements for the City of Maysville. I respectfully ask that Kevin Purdon be appointed to the position of Assistant Utility Manager. I feel he will do an excellent job for the City of Maysville and the Utility Department.
So moved.
Second.
Sorry, Kevin.
Roll call, please. Ms. Luke?
Commissioner Boone?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Brammer?
Yes.
Commissioner Cartmel?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner McKay?
Yes.
Mayor Cottrell?
Yes, ma'am.
You want to say anything?
Thanks, you guys.
Not disappointed.
Appointment Assistant City Clerk.
It's a memorandum from City Manager Wallingford. I am pleased to write this letter of recommendation for Joanna Best for the position of Assistant City Clerk. Joanna brings a strong combination of customer service expertise, administrative capability, professionalism, and dedication that would make her an excellent asset to the city. Joanna has more than 16 years of customer service experience and has consistently demonstrated exceptional communication and interpersonal skills throughout her career. She understands the importance of providing courteous, efficient, and responsive service to the public while maintaining professionalism in every interaction. Her extensive experience handling cash and managing financial transactions has also equipped her with the attention to detail, accountability, and accuracy necessary for position involving municipal operations and public trust. Joanna is also highly motivated academically and professionally. She holds a 4-year degree in biology and is currently continuing her education at Northern Kentucky University, where she is pursuing her MBA. Her dedication to advancing her education demonstrates her strong work ethic, ambition, and desire for continued professional growth. I am confident Joanna would serve with integrity, professionalism, and dedication in the role of Assistant City Clerk. She possesses the organizational skills, customer-focused mindset, and adaptability necessary to succeed in a municipal environment. I strongly recommend her for the position of Assistant City Clerk and believe she will be a valuable addition to our team.
I'll make that motion, and welcome, Joanna. Welcome to the city.
Second.
So-
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Boone?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Brammer?
Absolutely.
Commissioner Cartmel?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner McKay?
Yes.
Mayor Cottrell?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you all so much, and I look forward to working with you.
Good.
Don't write any books about us, okay?
I'll really do this stuff.
Motion to retire K-9.
Chief, go ahead.
Did you prepare the paperwork for us?
No, we just need a motion.
We can do it.
Okay. Sorry.
So I would make the recommendation to retire our canine, in the, I don't know what the proper word would be, because we're not getting, putting her down there.
No.
It would be to donate and
Yes, we,
retire
yes.
to Austin Fraley, her handler. And that's a common practice.
It's permitted through KRS 82083.
Yeah, so, it would be very ineffective cost to send somebody else to be trained with, her, and she's only gonna be good for about 2 more years, yeah.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Brammer? I'm sorry, Commissioner Boone?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Brammer?
Yes.
Commissioner Cartmel?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner McKay?
Yes.
Mayor Cottrell?
Yes, ma'am. Discussion, structure, condemnation.
Robert?
Sure. So I just wanted to get the conversation started about our current process for condemnations and demolitions. And my hope is that we can all collaborate on a better process that will prevent demolition, which will invite public investment, private investment, and help provide for the need for housing in our area. And I'm just going to be reading some from notes here because I want to make sure I outline it correctly. But the general idea is to create a public database. And I know, Matt, this is something you and I talked about. This was your idea, the database of at-risk properties that can be viewed by the public. In addition to the database, which is public-facing, I would like to propose the creation of a preservation committee. And that could be made up of a local bank representative, for example, involving finance and loans for restoration, a construction restoration representative, a structural engineer if one is available, a historic preservation representative, an elected official, and a representative from codes enforcement at minimum. And the goal would be for the Preservation Commission to be an initial round of defense for properties that are at risk for condemnation or demolition, with the goal of greater collaboration and expertise sharing. So for example, the Preservation Commission could help locate new owners or investors for at-risk property, assess the property for how much funding it would require to stabilize compared to how much it would cost, for example, to demolish the property, and simply to get additional sets of eyes on property and make recommendations. It's sort of a shared governance model for looking at one of our most valuable assets, which are our properties in the city of Maysville. And I understand that some of this work is happening now, but it's not really formalized and not as collaborative or transparent as the model that I've outlined above. So I just wanted to see what the commission thinks, to see if this might be a process worthy of pursuit and working out some details.
I will just, and Robert and I have had a couple conversations on this. The database would be easy because we're keeping track of condemnations that Nicole does a great job with that. Now, once we condemn a property legally, we have to wait 30 days before we can do anything with it. Typically, when we condemn a property, it's at a minimum 6 months, probably closer to a year before there's any demolition that occurs. Now, what I think is a good, I think we have things in place to, just my opinion, to issue the condemnations now. But what I do like is working with maybe a private or a nonprofit group who could help, where we could come into play is, okay, here's the owner. We know who the owner is. You guys take off with it and see if you can find a way to gain ownership of the property so that we don't have to demolish it. So that somebody else comes into play. Because we're condemning either the worst of the worst,
Right.
or something that has structural damage that we're afraid might collapse on, and cause an issue, cause harm to somebody. I love the idea of somebody taking the lead on trying to, like you said, a banker and a structural engineer who knows, is it worth saving?
Because right now it flows through codes enforcement,
Flows
and,
through codes.
thank codes enforcement for their service, but
Yeah.
this board, or commission would be made up of different expertise.
Yes.
That could be involved in saving property before it's too late, either before condemnation or during condemnation, but certainly before demolition.
Absolutely, but the hard part is gonna be before condemnation, because a lot of times, we may send out a property maintenance notice and it gets fixed. Or condemnation usually gets to the point where it just happens. So it's kinda hard to, and Nicole could speak on this better than I can, it's kinda hard to predict, which ones we're gonna condemn, but,
But we know
What-
what's at risk.
yeah.
What would prevent your group to look at buildings before they became condemned?
Mhm.
To look at them before the cost gets prohibitive or structurally they're not salvageable?
And where we can help is, if that were the case, where we can help is, we know who they are. And chances are Nicole knows who, she's got a relationship. And that's where we can kind of hand off and go, okay, guys, take the lead.
Yeah.
We're here to help.
Yeah.
Especially Nicole, because she knows them.
I think
she
the
knows them
saving
well.
grace would be
Yeah.
before they become.
That's right.
Yeah,
And
yeah, and I understand that,
Before would be
sure.
ideal,
Yeah.
but when condemnation happens, then the clock starts ticking.
It does, but if I know we have a group, we're gonna condemn it, just because we wanna make sure nobody goes in there, but we would want to work with that group to try to save it.
Well, let me get some
100%,
feedback before
yeah.
our next meeting.
Sure.
But I think it's something that's really, I know right now we have like an informal text thread going about, hey, do you know who might be able to save this property? And,
Yeah, yeah.
And this is just a way of
We
formalizing
can get
that
a group
and
together.
getting a group
Absolutely.
together of.
Absolutely, because that saves taxpayers dollars, and it hopefully rehabilitates the structure.
That's right, and
Yeah.
provides housing for people.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
100%. Good.
okay, yeah.
I think that's a good idea, but I do agree, we need to look at it before.
Oh,
it gets
absolutely.
Oh, yeah,
that
sure,
Yeah.
sure, we understand that,
Yeah.
understood.
I'm for
Understood.
saving the
And
building.
on that line, Mayor and Commissioner, we do keep a database, and Nicole knows which ones she's having issues with before we get to condemnation.
And I think maybe making that database public.
Absolutely. Be more
is
than
a-
happy to.
Is a good idea. It gets more, provides more feedback and more
That wouldn't be hard to put on
collaboration.
the website, would it?
Yeah, more networking.
I love
It'd
it.
just be a matter of keeping it up to
And
date.
hopefully, maybe it gets the attention of some property owners. They go, oh my gosh, I don't want my property on that website. Well, then fix it,
Let's fix it,
right?
yeah.
Sounds good. Let's continue this.
I think that's a good
We can make
idea.
this work.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good.
Thank you.
Discussion, historic districts expansion.
Robert and I had been discussing this, and Commissioner Carter, I know you brought this up last month, and I told you we'd be discussing, so go ahead, Robert.
Yeah, and we can all discuss it.
Yeah.
But I know we started talking about it, Matt, you and I and George, back
Yeah.
in November, about expanding the city's 2 historic districts. And from my perspective, the decision to be included in a historic district is certainly up to a majority of the people who live
Yeah.
in that outlay. But I wanted to get the conversation started. And I know the conversation normally starts with the Joint Planning Commission, but I wanted to go ahead from the City Commission standpoint and get the conversation going. But there are certain benefits of being in a historic district. Kentucky tax credits being one, Also some opportunities for grants, and as we'll talk about a little bit later on in the agenda, some more stringent zoning as it relates to land use. So the process, I think, has to start with Joint Planning Commission. Is that correct, George?
No, it starts with the Board of Architecture.
Board of Architectural Review, okay. And then, so from my perspective, I could imagine gathering public comment through that vehicle and see if there is the potentiality and interest in expanding the historic districts. And I think, pretty broadly, 4th and 5th Streets, Forest Avenue, East 2nd, down East 3rd, West 3rd, West 2nd, and, Old Washington too, Green Street. But, it starts with public comment and very adequate public comment. I remember the public comments a few years ago in Old Washington. They were multi-day public comment periods. So I just wanted to go ahead and get the conversation started at the city commission level.
What I would recommend you do is what we did about 12 years ago. We had I think it was kind of like almost like a public forum, and we invited folks along the corridor of the AA from Clyde T. Barber out to 435, because they were widening the AA. We thought this would be a great time to rezone both sides from agriculture to highway business, because that's where the growth is gonna be. Water's there, sewer's there, then you had a 4-lane highway. So what we did is we did a voluntary rezoning, but we had kind of a public meeting to gather input from those property owners. That's where I would recommend you start, is pick an area that you wanna go with and get the feedback from the folks who live there. Get initial feedback before you go through that process, because I know I told you, and some of you all know this, but I went through, you mentioned Old Washington. We tried to force that down their throats in '09, and that did not go well. And it was the wrong approach.
Yeah.
It was the wrong way to go about it.
And that's why I think that
Yeah. Getting that input is big.
public input is the best
Yeah.
way to go for
Agreed.
sure.
We actually got grant money for this on.
Oh, yeah.
We've set a date on Thursday, August 6th. We're having 3 trainers from the National Alliance of Preservation Commissions come in, and they're gonna do training, and we're gonna invite the public. And some of the topics that we're having are preservation incentives and benefits, and community engagement, and building public support. So having people who are interested in historic preservation and inviting people from the existing historic districts, I think that might be good to.
I think we also need to include an education component of what the impact of that would be, both positive or negative, or just from the different perspectives, so that if people are giving public comment, they have correct information on which to base their opinion. And so I would like to see some educational component that is offered to make sure that people understand what they're getting into.
Matt, when you did that 12 years ago from AA, was that a formal public hearing?
If I recall, George, no, we started with kind of an informal, just to gather input. And when we realized that the vast majority wanted it, then we went through the public hearing. And those who wanted to be included, that's who we included in the amendment.
Was that Joint Planning Commission?
That one was there, Robert,
Okay.
because that was a rezoning.
All right,
Yeah,
all right.
that's where that one had to start.
Okay.
Yeah.
The reason I ask is because the formal process for creating or amending an existing historic district is a public hearing held by the Board of Architecture Review, that they forward what they got to the Planning Commission. The Planning Commission holds a public hearing, and then Planning Commission forwards its recommendation that you want.
Yeah, that's where I got the Planning Commission, okay.
Right.
It's the middle, okay.
But at that point, when you start with the Board of Architecture Review, it's a formal application, so you have to have all your ducks in a row, and you have to have your property selected and your reasonings behind it. So doing something like that would help to see if there's actually an appetite for this. Because there are benefits of being in a historic district, but it's a heavy burden, so basically when you're in the historic district, before you make any changes to the exterior of your home, you have to go to the Board of Architecture Review and get them approved. And part of this training is to train the board to update the design review guidelines. But those are how they make decisions.
Those guidelines should be reviewed and changed first, because I wouldn't want them changed after people agreed,
okay, man.
because it's kind of a bait and switch at that point. I would want people to know what they're getting into.
And I think the original point, idea was to relax them a little bit, and they haven't been updated in about 20 years, as I recall. So-
Weren't they pretty strict back then?
Sorry?
Wasn't it pretty strict back then to be in the historic district?
20 years ago, or when they were created 35 years ago?
I know a friend of mine was in the historic district and they wanted to redo their windows and they had to put in wood windows
Right, and what
instead of vinyl, which was,
Sure.
or, you know,
Right.
And the board has been, in the past, 5+ years, has been fairly lenient to where if it looks like wood.
it would,
But I mean, and you get a cost for wood and you get a cost for vinyl, which nobody makes wood windows
Well, you
anymore.
know.
And they're prohibitively expensive to most people, because they usually have to be custom as well
Yeah.
for these old properties.
People make them.
They do.
Yeah.
But, it's differences between $3,000 and $13,000 oftentimes. So, a lot of this has to be factored in.
yeah. I agree, we need to change what we need, like Robert, and put down what the historic district would be to be in it.
Sure, and, that's one of the, so we're gonna get training to amend the design feedback.
So, would that training also apply to planning and zoning and the commission, since we would vote on it finally?
Yeah, so when I factored in the grant amount, it was, I think, it was to include board and me and members of local government who are interested. Plus, if we get a lot of the public there, they just charge us an extra $25 per person.
And we're gonna eat that cost, because we wanna see people come to the event.
Yeah.
And we're gonna have lunch and snacks and all that kind of stuff. So
And what was that date again?
August
Thursday,
6th.
August 6th.
Can we go ahead and get it out on
you
social
started-
media and other?
You just got the contract, today or yesterday?
No, I've had it, I wanted to run it by you.
Oh, okay,
First,
okay.
but I'm gonna get them the contract, they usually make materials, one of the
Okay.
reasons we chose the 6th is to give us plenty of time. to
Gotcha.
advertise.
Good.
Gotcha.
Because I
Very good.
think we're probably going to formally invite people who actually own property in the historic district.
Good. Excellent.
Yeah, thank you.
Discussion amendment of Skipper's lease agreement.
What do you wanna do? Besides, I want one of those shirts.
For
Come on
a
up.
small fee, man.
Here, I gave you
I'm
better.
looking at doing something, because the way sorry, I can't hardly talk, I've just been a long month or so. But, as you can see here, we're wanting to do there's a flat area
Thank
right
you.
off the edge of our sidewalk that would make a really pretty place for a few picnic tables and like a little beer garden, basically, where they could come out and sit and watch, have it roped off, just something simple, and maybe even put sand out there and do a volleyball court or something fun, if I can afford it, if it's in my budget. But I talked to the guy from the ABC, and he said, my lease doesn't really say anything, so I just needed to say what we got leased, all it says is I have a space, but I'm on water, so.
You can attach that as an exhibit to the lease.
If they're okay with it, yeah.
Yeah, just
Okay.
something simple, it's just, if you look to the right here, you can kind of tell, it's just this little flat area. And I really wanna make I have to have my sewer line and my water line has to have like a 10-foot coil by the code in case the water goes up so it doesn't get disconnected. And I'm just gonna cover it with mulch, where you can just walk across it, and if the water floods, the mulch is gone, you can replace it next year, same. I just think it'd be a lot prettier when you're walking down there, I want it to be, if everybody hasn't visited, I want it to look completely different, I'm really proud of where we are.
Is our playground still there?
Yeah.
No, playground's over here, this is all the playground over here.
Okay.
Yeah, no, there's
Up here,
nothing.
okay, I see it.
There's nothing really, the
There.
lease is the biggest, the issue.
And real quick, Ian, on that, we took out an old set of monkey bars and an old swing. The monkey bars need to go, but Luke has ordered a new swing set to go in there,
Good.
down there.
Leave the monkey
But
bars,
the
they're
reason,
dangerous.
initially, the reason we wanted this little space, they gladly built that little parking area, because I want my
gas tank over there, cause if it's out of sight, out of mind from, riffraff and children and stuff, cause when they're walking down through there, they're really not looking down over that steep rocks. And now that, I really don't have it in the budget to pay $60,000 for 180 feet of gas line, like, I've gotta find a better company, and I haven't done that yet. But in safety's sake and saving me money, my garbage dumpster used to be on the other side of the parking area, taking up space, and the grease trap was over there, so we've moved all that into that corner, so it's not going unused for a really good reason. I don't have to pay to get rid of a lot of people's trash ultimately, and my employees are parking there, so I don't have to worry about them walking out in a dark parking lot with, whoever, wherever. I appreciate the police presence down there too, really, just, that place is pretty wide open. They're always driving through and stuff, like, I feel like we're blessed down there. But in my lease agreement, I just would need some simple something stating we have that little piece of property, so I could rope it off and be able to take beer out and watch the sunset. Because if you walk over there, like, that's just a beautiful view, like, it's everything. And I've cleaned it all up, like, I've tried to landscape it the best I can afford to right now. But, ultimately, I'd love it to be as pretty as, in my mind, it can be. Polish the turd is what I always say. Sorry.
And I went to visit yesterday and today, because one of my concerns was taking up green space.
Yeah.
But I see that you're not taking up green space in this plan, and when you and I talked, it's down by the riverbank. There isn't green space there.
No.
It's a riverbank,
It's just
so.
a little floodplain that goes under every, it's a mess. I went down, I'm the one that cleaned it all up, like, I cleaned all the brush, and actually the city actually started mowing a little more now that I've made more grass area.
Yeah.
I want more green space, and maybe a little sand in it, but, just something, I just think it's something fun, and I really feel like a lot of people, I've not had any bad feedback. Even when we had a 2-hour food time, our printers went down, like, people just pat me on the back and they're like, we'll be back, man, don't worry about it. So, and it didn't even get a bad review, so I was blessed.
So do we need a motion for that?
And Kelly, you wanna, is this, if we attach that to the lease, would that?
Yeah, I think rather than trying to.
Describe it.
Describe it in words, if we just make that an exhibit to the lease, then it'll show.
If we could get a motion for that, like I said, it's gonna be like a little archway to walk in, it's gonna be nice and kept very, like, we're kinda like,
It'll be prettier than what it is now.
yeah, be way prettier than what it is.
And I think we can do this by motion. We've already passed a resolution authorizing the mayor to sign the lease, and so with this being an amendment or an addendum, we can do that by motion.
If the lease is amended to include this property, and sorry, I'm discussing without emotion, but what about insurance? Would it trigger their insurance if someone,
No, my lease, whatever's in the lease, I've already insured.
what about Kelly, would that still be on city property? Because, beer garden and volleyball and everything?
Well, the volleyball's, if the insurance will cover it, like, that's what I said, if mine will cover it.
Yeah,
So general liability will cover anything that I'm leasing,
Yeah.
And we're named as an additional insured.
Yeah,
We are
Yes.
named as an additional insured on his policy, but, if we make that an addendum, then we would want you to, present that to your carrier, your insurance carrier, and make sure that they say, okay, yeah,
well,
you're covered.
actually, the day before we opened, he come down, took pictures of it, he added that in,
Okay.
and we got approved, so.
You just need it in the lease for your liquor license.
Well, I preemptively said, this will be a pretty beer garden with like 8 or 9 picnic tables and umbrellas. He's like, that won't be a problem.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out where the liability lies, that's all
Oh, I
I'm
get it.
doing.
No, yeah, sure.
Their biggest
Yeah.
thing with that insurance was like, making sure we had fire extinguisher, like all the proper stuff
Yeah.
that we got.
We do have his copy of his insurance, right?
Yeah, so just be Kelly, a motion to,
Attached.
Yeah, a motion to attach, Exhibit A to the lease as it is currently written, depicting the area under lease.
there you go, there's your motion.
I like that, so moved.
Second,
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Boone?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Brammer?
yes.
Commissioner Cartmel?
Yes.
Commissioner McKay?
Yes.
Mayor Cottrell?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, guys.
Thank you all.
Thanks, guys.
You're welcome.
Appreciate you.
Discussion, short-term rental ordinance.
All right, You wanna go? Have at it. Well, wait, let me preface this real quick, George. So, and Caitlin can chime in, both of you, we looked at this a little over 2 years ago. And, in January of '24, I think the mayor was with me, we were meeting with Senator West. And we brought this up and Steve said, don't pass anything because we've got legislation that's gonna prohibit local governments from regulating short-term rentals. So we backed off of it. I thought, okay, well, they didn't do anything. All right, well, we'll give them another year. So a year later, he says the same thing. Well, it didn't pass. I think it's time for us to look at a short-term rental ordinance. And with that, George, I'll turn it over to you.
Right, so we put this together in 2023, and again, we didn't move on it, so we really haven't taken another look at it. I have, and there are some minor changes in it that I'd like to see made. But the things that are important to me are that we, short-term rentals are registered, so we know where they are, and we can get the occupational license and the
Transient room tax.
transient room tax. We have a local contact who, if there are any problems, we can get a hold of them, lickety split, address the problems, and that we're able to revoke the ability to continue them if there are a bunch of problems, which we've seen one of these in the community that has had a bunch of problems. I'm not sure that zoning is the best way forward with this. We can mention zoning in it, but there are problems with permitted uses, conditional uses, permitted uses, especially, you really can't revoke a land use if it's a use of right. This is what we put together so far.
So I gave everybody a copy. I would really like for you guys to go through it. And I'd love to hear your comments. If you have any comments on it, Caitlin, anything you want to add to that? Does that sound right?
Yes, some of the cities have a registration fee for the short-term rentals, and I don't think we need to add that in. I think, Victor, that was one of the comments you made when we brought this up a couple years ago. And Ann, I know you and I reviewed this together at one point, but I think just making sure that they're registered. And then I also think that there needs to be emergency contact information for the people that are staying in the Airbnbs, for like local police and fire and occupant. We talked about, occupancy limits, is that?
Right. And that's through the building code, I believe, isn't it? Yeah.
Let them know they can't have vicious dogs.
That too? Yes, sir? Yeah.
Is there anything about fire inspection, yearly fire inspections in there?
I think it's a great point, because to me, it's a business. And you all do fire inspections on all businesses.
Yeah, and I know with like apartments, it's gotta be more than 2 family dwelling, and then we have to inspect it, so there's a lot of times that get
I
by.
think it's a great point.
So with it being an actual industrial thing, it's probably a good idea to.
Yeah, and actually, I've got notes from my notebook from back when we were first considering this, and I talked to Kevin about it, and he said, at least inspect them for,
Smoke detectors, yeah.
At the very minimum.
Okay.
I think there was a carbon monoxide leak in one in northern Kentucky, and someone had passed away in an Airbnb, so I think that
Yeah.
kind of came with the emergency contact information. I think that needs to be listed.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
This doesn't limit the number of registrations in the city, does it? Because some cities are taking that on, and I think
Some are.
that is not a good move.
Which also where you want to be careful though is, obviously, we're struggling with housing.
Yeah.
And, we start filling up a neighborhood with Airbnbs, we lose single-family housing.
Yeah, that's.
Now,
yeah.
but I understand that, do you wanna trample on their rights or not trample on their rights? But there are some cities who will say, and I'm just using an example, you can't have one within 1,000 feet of the other.
Mhm.
You can go that kind of route, but then that kind of limits anybody who owns property within that 1,000 feet, well, they can't do it.
Yeah, I'm more free market than that personally.
Yeah, I understand.
Um,
You guys think about that stuff though, but that's a good point.
Are we regulating short-term rentals more than we're regulating hotels? That would be my other question.
Right now, or in this?
In this.
No, because if we don't involve zoning, there are some limits as to, and I want to revisit those, as to what sort of, structures you can use as them. Like, I think it was like primary dwellings, it's mentioned explicitly in there.
Mhm.
But I'd like to actually revisit that, but no, because hotels are explicitly either permitted, conditional, or prohibited. right now, sort of continues what we do right now. It's possible wherever long-term rentals are possible. Because we don't distinguish between short-term rentals and long-term rentals currently. But for everyone we've had a problem, there are dozens that we don't even know
Yeah.
about that aren't a problem.
Yeah.
But when one becomes a problem, we need to be able to, if it's continually a problem, we need to be able to tell them, stop, you can't do it anymore. Because you're basically I don't want one in my neighborhood, I wouldn't want to live right next to one because people are coming and going constantly. You're putting basically a mini hotel in the middle of the neighborhood.
And we've had issues with one where it's basically come up, what you call it, a party house?
Yeah, where technically through the building code, there's only so many people you can have there, but they would have entire baseball teams come up in a bus and just stay there, and there were trespassing issues.
Yeah.
Agree.
Yeah.
The only thing I can see that we're asking them to do differently is that they need to have a registration number and list it in their Airbnb description, so that when we're looking to see what houses are being listed for rent, that we can easily see they have a registration number with the city and check it. Because they don't list their Airbnbs with the address because of safety reasons, so we need to be able to easily locate that with a business number or registration number within that Airbnb listing. And hotels do not have to do that.
Why don't you guys work on some edits that you've been talking about? I'd love to hear input from the five of you, if you have any suggestions, and then we'll come around maybe in June and look at this again.
Sure.
Okay? Thank you all.
Thank you. Discussion, noise ordinance.
Robert?
Yes, so I've heard a few concerns, and, personally, living downtown and hear it really all over the city, about our noise ordinance. I know we don't have it printed, but I thought it worthy to evaluate the current ordinance from an enforcement standpoint too, just to see if it could be better. So I just wanted to get the conversation started. I know I talked with Chief Boggs, and I think that there's a Supreme Court decision where we can't monitor decibels and then issue tickets electronically, so I think
You can't have an unmanned.
Oh, I got you, yeah.
camera or-
Yeah.
So it has to
Yeah.
be a patrol, which is very challenging.
Yes, it is. It's a tough, you have statutory, and then you have ordinance, and, we have to basically be there right then, and then have to have a decibel reader on us at that moment,
As it goes by.
as it goes by, to say, that's the one that did it. There's statutes that cover improper silencers on vehicles, mufflers, and somebody has a catalytic converter off of it, or something like that. It's a tough situation, it really is.
Yeah.
Because right now, Robert, in our ordinance, it's basically regulated by decibel, and I know, George, you've looked at it, was it 80 or 90 decibels, something like
Yeah,
that?
It's anywhere between 80 and 94.
Okay.
And it's depending upon how fast they're going and what kind of vehicle it is.
And would you tell me that a lawnmower running 3 feet from you is about 90 decibels, is that right?
Gas motor 3 feet away.
I think that the issue has become worse since we've been short on police officers.
Absolutely.
So, with the additions that have come and the ones that are coming, I feel,
Visibility helps.
and just having them out and the possibility of catching some of them will be helpful too.
Prime example, just a few weeks ago, I was chasing one around downtown, and I don't know where it was. I could hear it.
Is that the one I called you
Yes,
on?
ma'am, it was.
I mean, it was
I was
terrible.
always a street off, I think.
It was terrible.
It's gotten pretty
And I
bad.
could hear it on West Second.
It's gotten pretty bad, and I really feel for the business owners who are trying to have nice outdoor seating, and people go by, and it's gotten bad. So I thought we could look at the ordinance and see if it could be improved, maybe look at some other cities, what they're doing, and I just wanted to get the conversation
If you don't mind, give me
started.
time to look at other cities.
Sure.
Because
Sure.
it might be something I'm not familiar with, and I'll be more than happy to do that.
Reach out to the Chiefs Association, I can reach out to my association, see what other cities are doing.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Thank you, Chief. discussion, and I believe this was the intake lines and basin support.
Yes, and I apologize, I put Clearwell on there, that's my mistake. I know Darren mentioned, some stuff to you guys at the last budget meeting, so he was working on getting some numbers, and I believe you have some numbers, so go ahead, Darren.
Well, we'll start with the pre-settling basin wall. This is from Allied, Doug Sayer. He has, estimated at $105,000, which I had put in the budget for this current one for 50. Well, when it was inspected the first time, we wasn't really expecting under the foundation damage, and that's where most of it is. So we need a company that, I can't remember what it was called, maybe Purdon remembers, but something Jack or something. Well, what they do is they drill down into the ground near the foundation, and they pump it full of this stuff that's supposed to bring it back up, and it will permanently fix our issue. Well, that includes that price. Doug Sayer with Allied, he said he would come and actually talk to us if we need to, but I think it's a dire emergency. We need to get this fixed.
And does that need to be done even before, in the current budget year?
I think it needs to be.
Yeah.
Mayor, if you don't mind, go to your next one, and then let's have that discussion after he describes what the other one is, yes.
The intakes. The intakes actually, from Allied, is $130,787.59. I got a little bit more detailed here, but he actually sent us a full diagram and everything that needs to be done, and of course, you know, that's pretty important too. We need to get that.
With your experience, you got over 30 years' experience, would you consider both of these emergencies?
I would consider both of these an emergency.
So with that, going back to what you were saying, Mayor, we budgeted $1.6 million for the high service line. That project's not gonna be done this year, okay? We've got money. We have money in the budget to do this. If you all were to make a motion to declare it as an emergency, we don't have to bid it out. So we could go right on, and Darren could get right on this.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Any discussion?
Please ask me if you have any questions anytime. Come to me.
Oh, well.
And you think that Allied is the resource that we should go with and would give us
Yes, I'm very confident in these guys. There's not very many people in the United States that actually does this, so if we can get them in here and get it done, we need to jump on it.
Have you used them before?
Oh, yeah.
Have you used them before?
Doug's excellent.
Is awesome.
He's phenomenal. When we had a pump go down here, he brought pumps in and helped us out. Yeah, he's really good.
He's helped us before, like Manila Night. I think when I was retired, they had issues out in Mays Lick, and he was in here in minutes, and they ended up finding the issue was a strainer going to the
He's sharp.
pump station. So he's pretty sharp.
Get on that.
Good deal.
Okay, so do we need to,
No, you got a motion from Commissioner McKay, second by Commissioner Brammer.
roll call, please?
Commissioner Boone?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Brammer?
Yes.
Commissioner Cartwell?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner McKay?
Yes.
Mayor Cottrell?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, guys.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Resolution proclaiming Building Safety Month 26-21.
Resolution proclaiming Building Safety Month. Whereas the city of Maysville is committed to recognizing that our growth and strength depends on the safety and essential role our homes, buildings, and infrastructure play, both in everyday life and when disasters strike. And whereas our confidence in the resilience of these buildings that make up our community is achieved through devotion of vigilant guardians, building safety and fire prevention officials, architects, engineers, builders, tradespeople, design professionals, laborers, plumbers, and others in the construction industry who work year-round to ensure the safe construction of buildings. And whereas these guardians are dedicated members of the International Code Council, a nonprofit that brings together local, state, territorial, tribal, and federal officials who are experts in the built environment to create and implement the highest quality codes to protect us in the buildings where we live, learn, work, and play. And whereas these modern building codes include safeguards to protect the public from hazards such as hurricanes, snowstorms, tornadoes, wildland fires, floods, and earthquakes, And whereas Building Safety Month is sponsored by the ICC to remind the public about the critical role of our community's largely unknown protectors of public safety, our local code officials, who assure us of safe, sustainable, and affordable buildings that are essential to our prosperity. Whereas Built to Last, the theme for Building Safety Month 2026 encourages us all to get involved and raise awareness about building safety on a personal, local, and global scale. And whereas each year, in observance of Building Safety Month, people all over the world are asked to consider the commitment to improve building safety, resilience, and economic investment at home and in the community, and to acknowledge the essential service provided to all of us by local, state, tribal, territorial, and federal building safety and fire prevention departments in protecting lives and property. Now therefore be it resolved by the City of Maysville, Kentucky, that May 2026 is Building Safety Month.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Boone?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Brammer?
Yes.
Commissioner Cartwell?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner McKay?
Yes.
Mayor Cottrell?
Yes, ma'am.
Mayor, if I may, I want to thank our building inspector, Jim Fawcett. Jim was the only person who applied for the job when our previous building inspector retired. And without him, we wouldn't be where we are today. So I'm very thankful to have him on our team. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Matt. Thank you, Jim. Resolution authorizing execution of the municipal aid co-op program for fiscal year 2027, 26-22.
Resolution authorizing participation in the cooperative program for state fiscal year 2027 for the municipal road aid program. Be it resolved by the City of Maysville, Kentucky, that the mayor is hereby authorized and directed to execute any and all documents necessary with the Department for Rural and Municipal Aid to participate in the cooperative program for the municipal road aid funds.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Boone?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Brammer?
Yes.
Commissioner Cartwell?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner McKay?
Yes, ma'am.
Mayor Cottrell?
Yes, ma'am. Resolution awarding the bid for the Recreation Park Trail 26-23.
Resolution authorizing the acceptance of bid for the Recreation Park Trail. Whereas the City of Maysville advertised for bids in accordance with plans and specifications as follows. A, Recreation Park Trail be advertised on April 15, 2026. C, bid opening April 27, 2026. Whereas the following price bid was received. Number one, T&K Paving, $184,980. Whereas the project's coordinator and the city manager have recommended the acceptance of the bid of T&K Paving as the best and only bid. Now therefore be it resolved by the City of Maysville, Kentucky as follows. The bid of T&K Paving for Recreation Park Trail in the sum of $184,980 for the subject contract described above is hereby accepted on behalf of the City of Maysville. Two, the mayor is hereby authorized and directed forthwith to execute all contractual documents necessary or appropriate to effectuate acceptance of said bid and to consummate the contract on behalf of the City of Maysville.
So moved.
Second discussion. Since that's the only bid, is the price pretty equivalent per square feet of?
It's pretty good, Robert, because the estimate we put in for the grant 3 or 4 years ago. Was it 4?
2019.
Oh, shit.
2019.
So yeah, Robert, that was.
So it's that good.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
The request was for $173,305. So yeah, I think.
Okay. All
I
right.
think it's. Damn, it's been a while. Sorry. I owe to the swear
We'll
jar.
have to talk to you tomorrow.
Does that help?
That does help.
Okay,
I was just
okay.
curious because it's the only bid.
So when will we start this?
Soon, I'll get him the contract documents and get everything.
Seems like I've read about your report every month.
I've been waiting.
Finally.
I know.
Finally.
Me and Matt went to Frankfurt
3 times.
I know.
But it started out a lot more and they scaled it down.
Right.
Because I had some composite decking and fishing piers.
Will it be this year? It'll
Yeah,
be
we'll
this
get it
year.
done
I hope we get it done
Yeah.
this summer.
Okay,
Fall,
good.
yeah.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Boone?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Brammer?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Cartwell?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner McKay?
Yes.
Mayor Cottrell?
Yes, ma'am. Resolution awarding the bid for the Fleming Road Pump Station Project 26-24.
Resolution authorizing acceptance of bid for Fleming Road Pump Stations. Whereas this, is it right? Yeah.
Yeah, Fleming Road. Yeah, you're good.
Right, where is this, oh, hell. Whereas the city of Maysville advertised for bids in accordance with plans and specifications as follows. Fleming Road Pump Station advertised on April 17, 2026, bid opening April 29, 2026. Whereas the following acceptably priced bids were received. Number one, Hal Contractors, Inc., $854,400. Two, Frederick and May Construction Company, $1,114,200. Whereas the project's coordinator, utility manager, and project engineer have recommended the acceptance of Hal Contractors as the lowest bid. Now therefore be it resolved by the city of Maysville, Kentucky as follows. Number one, the bid of Hal Contractors, Inc. for Fleming Road Pump Station in the sum of $854,400 for the subject contract described above is hereby accepted on behalf of the city of Maysville. Two, the mayor is hereby authorized and directed forthwith to execute all contractual documents necessary or appropriate to effectuate acceptance of said bid and to consummate the contract on behalf of the city of Maysville.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Boone?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Brammer?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Cartwell?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner McKay?
Yes.
Mayor Cottrell?
Yes, ma'am. Resolution awarding annual salt bid 26-25.
Resolution authorizing acceptance of bid for salt. Whereas the city of Maysville advertised for bids in accordance with plans and specifications as follows. A, bid for salt. B, advertised on March 14, 2026. C, bid opening April 2nd, 2026. Whereas the following acceptably priced bids were received. One, Compass Minerals America, Inc., $140.53 per ton delivered. Two, Morton Salt, Inc., $135.63 per ton delivered. Whereas the city manager and the public works director have recommended the acceptance of the bid of Morton Salt, Inc. as the best and lowest bid. Now therefore be it resolved by the city of Maysville, Kentucky as follows. Number one, the bid of Morton Salt, Inc. for road salt in the sum of $135.63 per ton delivered for the subject contract described above is hereby accepted on behalf of the city of Maysville. Two, the mayor is hereby authorized and directed forthwith to execute all contractual documents necessary or appropriate to effectuate acceptance of said bid and to consummate the contract on behalf of the city of Maysville.
Thank you, Kelly.
I'll make a motion for that, but with a question.
Second.
Second. How much salt did we use last year? Because of the
Luke
weather we
was
had.
under the weather today. Dave, do you have a recollection of where we were?
Or
How much salt we used this past winter?
it was over 1,200 tons.
Okay. We usually reserve, for this, we reserved 1,600 tons
Good,
if we needed it.
because we,
And we
a
switched.
lot of people
And
came up
I'm
short.
glad we switched vendors because I feel like we got thrown under the bus
Yeah.
with the one we currently have.
Yes,
And that
I
was
agree.
wrong.
Yes.
Any other discussion? Roll call, please.
Commissioner Boone?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Brammer?
Yes.
Commissioner Commissioner Cartwell?
Yes.
Commissioner McKay?
Yes.
Mayor Cottrell?
Yes, ma'am. Resolution to rehire retired police officer 26-26.
Resolution, excuse me, resolution authorizing rehiring of retired police officer. Be it resolved by the city of Maysville, Kentucky, that the mayor is hereby authorized and directed to execute the contract for rehire with retired officer Rob Corns for full time for a period of 1 year effective June 1, 2026 through May 31, 2027.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Boone?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Brammer?
Yes.
Commissioner Cartwell?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner McKay?
Yes.
Mayor Cottrell?
Yes, ma'am. Ordinance amending Code of Ordinances, Chapter 199, vicious dog, first reading, 26-03.
An ordinance amending Code of Ordinances, Section 199, registration and control of dangerous animals. Summary, this ordinance amends Code of Ordinances, Section 199, amending the definition of vicious dog in Section 199.01 definitions. It deletes Sections 199.02, 199.03, 199.04, 199.05, 199.08, 199.09, and 199.10 in the enforcement section.
Thank you, Kelly.
Second discussion. And Kelly, we took out that, I know you didn't read the long form, but we took out the warning section, correct it?
So for discussion, Commissioner Boone raised a concern that he had.
After consulting with Chief Boggs.
Yeah, it's 199.
Section A, 199.99, Section A.
Section A.
Under penalty.
Yeah, let me, 199.99A.
I just think it was worded misleading as to the fact that we're gonna give warnings rather than
Citation.
citations, and same for the ACO. It addressed the ACO giving warnings, and we didn't wanna misrepresent if they're possibly gonna get a citation.
Mhm. Yeah, it's a much more proactive ordinance than the one we currently have, and it better defines vicious dog, I think. Because I think the current vicious dog definition is only vicious if there is an attack, whereas this is more propensity to be vicious.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, I agree with what you're saying. Let me, in addition to the summary that I just read, and it also deletes section 199.99A in the penalty section. Now my summary.
And it can always be amended later to actually add a.
Yeah.
If we get this on the books, it's an improvement from what we had, and if we find out through your enforcement or the animal control officer, we can always amend and make improvements.
Thank you, Kelly.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Any other
Yeah.
discussion? Roll call, please.
Commissioner Boone?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Brammer?
Yes.
Commissioner Cartmel?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner McKay?
Yes.
Mayor Cottrell?
Yes, ma'am. Ordinance amending Code of Ordinance, Chapter 31, Ethics, first reading, 26-04.
An ordinance amending Code of Ordinances, Chapter 31, Code of Ethics. Summary, this ordinance amends City of Maysville Code of Ordinances, Chapter 31, Code of Ethics to align the City of Maysville ordinance with the Kentucky League of Cities Model Ethics Ordinance.
So moved.
Second for discussion. Kelly,
Yes.
I was looking through this thing, and I want, can city commissioners sell things to the city of Maysville?
So if you can't, I mean, I don't know what section of that document triggers that question, but I mean, I don't know the answer to that. If you can point me to what part of this, I mean, this is,
Would that be a question for the auditors?
I don't know under what scenario that would come up,
Matt,
Commissioner.
we looked it up. I don't have it with me, but
Well, yeah, I can think of is when you look at the definition of an officer, any person, whether full-time or part-time, or whether paid or unpaid, who is one of the following, which the five of you are number one, the mayor and each additional member of the city's board of commissioners. And then you go down and look at personal benefit, includes benefits other than those that are directly financially advantageous. These include financial benefits to immediate family members, business associates, as well as non-financial benefits to these people and to oneself, including such things as reputation and success of one's career. Hold on, Mayor Clark. No officer, employee, or board member, or any immediate family member of any officer, employee, or board member shall have an interest in a business or engage in any business, transaction, or activity which is in substantial conflict with the proper discharge of the officer's, employees, or board members' public duties. I think the way I would, personally, the way I would read it is, if you're a business person in this city, as long as you are treated the same as any other business person in this city, you're paying taxes. I mean, that's how I see it.
No, I agree
You
with
see what I'm
that.
saying?
Yeah, but, I didn't know if you were asking in the capacity of a business, or if you're saying, I'd like to sell my extra car to the city of Maysville as a city commissioner.
No,
Yeah, do
I was
that.
asking if somebody does a lot of business with the city of Maysville. And
Oh, it does not preclude doing business with the city of Maysville in a business capacity.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd be okay there.
On page 15, under financial disclosure, there are some members and committees stricken out, but then there's a highlighted section on page 16 that's in yellow. Does the yellow portion encompass what was stricken out on page 15?
Yes, yes, Robert, that's what
Okay.
that is. I think
It just summarizes it? Okay, I just wanted to make
yes,
sure.
that's what it's doing. Yeah, that's what it's doing. And I want to commend Lisa and Kelly and the Ethics Board,
Board of
excuse me,
Ethics.
for working on this. And I know we've looked at it a few times, and I think they've done a good job.
Any other questions or discussion? Roll call, please.
Commissioner Boone?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Brammer?
Yes.
Commissioner Cartwell?
yes, ma'am.
Commissioner McKay?
Yes.
Mayor Cottrell?
Yes, ma'am. Ordinance amending Code of Ordinance, Chapter 262, Golf Carts, first reading, 26-02.
An ordinance amending City of Maysville Code of Ordinances, Section 262.03. Summary, this ordinance amends ordinance Section 262.03 to update inspection fees as required by recent state legislation.
And this affects the sheriff's department, is what this does. It doesn't affect,
I can address it if
yeah.
you-
Go ahead, chief, yes.
So statute, probably 2 years ago?
Yeah.
A change.
24.
where The vehicle inspection fee for the sheriff's office went up. Our ordinance specifically stated the dollar amount from the old statute.
Right. Oh, okay.
So
Yeah.
it's just changing it.
Helping the sheriff
for the
out.
sheriff's office, yeah.
Gotcha.
It doesn't affect us at all, yeah.
No. So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Boone?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Brammer?
Yes.
Commissioner Cartwell?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner McKay?
Yes, ma'am.
Mayor Cottrell?
Yes, ma'am. Ordinance amending land use ordinance manufactured structure, second reading, 26-01.
An ordinance amending City of Maysville Code of Ordinances Title 32 zoning regulations. Summary. This ordinance amends Code of Ordinances Title 32, Chapter 120 to create a definition of manufactured accessory structure. It creates a new land use chart for manufactured accessory structures and allows the display of manufactured structures for sale purposes.
So moved.
Second discussion. So, this is a state mandate essentially, is this?
No.
No, this was this is designed, and the county did it, way back when, we just never got around to approving it. This is to be able to sell those small, like sheds.
More accessory type structures, right?
Yes, yes. A lot of people call them Amish cabins or something.
Wow.
These would be accessory structures that can be sold in appropriate places in the city.
What you're getting at, Robert, is the planning commission had a public hearing this month on basically the state, the regulations that go into play July 1st. And I think you're still waiting on, once you get the minutes finalized, then it'll come to you all for.
Okay, yeah,
That's what
I
you're
was
thinking of,
conflating
yeah.
the two.
Yeah.
Okay, because they're similar in
Yeah.
language, okay.
Well, and that is housing and
Right,
this.
this is.
And this is
Yeah.
just structures, okay, and where they're sold,
Correct.
okay.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Boone?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Brammer?
Yes.
Commissioner Cartwell?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner McKay?
Yes, ma'am.
Mayor Cottrell?
Yes, ma'am. Is there any other business?
All I have, Mayor and Commissioners, is I'm out of the office tomorrow. On Monday, I'm gonna reach out to the 5 of you. I want you to look at your calendar. I'd like to have a budget meeting on either the 27th or the 28th. So it's the week of Memorial Day. So I will reach out to you on Monday and try to get a consensus on a date and time.
Holiday pay.
Okay.
Is that good?
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right?
Yes,
Yes, sir.
Matt,
Yes, sir.
we were given some kudos. I was just, see, we made a new member on the Port Authority today. And I want to recognize Keith. He was for many years the treasurer
Yes.
of the Port Authority. And, he's been off for several years. I hope you'll be available someday. You saved us a lot of money. So, yeah.
Thanks, Keith.
Then I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call,
Commissioner
please.
Boone?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Brammer?
Yes.
Commissioner Cartwell?
Yes, ma'am.